On TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
I'm more concerned about the fact that information is being, one, violated from an agreement perspective. So I sign an agreement when I sign up for Facebook, and then they are maybe supposedly violating that agreement.
Is it time to delete your Facebook account? Some of you might be asking that after allegations came to light of Cambridge Analytica obtaining and misusing personal information from Facebook users. But what about all the pictures and messages you have saved through the years? What happens to them? Valley News Team's Melanie Palmer has some advice on what you can do if you are ditching Facebook and how you can protect your personal information.
It used to be more of like a day-to-day thing, but now it's more just a way to keep up with family.
I mean, I have it, and I have notifications on there and everything. I don't check it every day.
It doesn't matter how much you check it or what you use it for. Facebook is in the eye of a new controversy. It all happened when allegations came to light that information from millions of users was accessed and improperly stored. And while some users are ready to delete their account, others think it's what you signed up for.
You reap what you sow. Kind of want to utilize a public platform, then your information is probably going to get used.
But the CEO of Myriad Mobile says not so fast. Jake Jornstead tells us it's important for companies to be upfront about their plans for obtaining information. And he says a lot of apps ask for more information from their users than they really need.
We try to restrict the amount of information that we're asking for down to just the things that we need to do to make the application successful. When you're talking about Facebook and Google and some of the other social medias, they need a lot of information in some respects to make it useful for you. But for a normal utility or application you might use, not a lot of reason why you need access to your friends list or your email.
So if you're thinking about ditching Facebook, you can temporarily deactivate your account. And then in the future, you can reactivate anytime you want simply by logging in. But if you want to terminate your account altogether, Facebook has an option to do that. The decision won't take effect immediately. It can take up to 90 days for all your information to disappear. In Fargo, Melanie Palmer, Valley News Live.
If you choose to permanently delete your Facebook account, keep in mind all your photos, status updates, and messages will be gone. So before you hit delete, you can download all that information onto your computer. We have a link where you can do that on our website, valleynewslive.com. More soupy weather today, and flakes were flying for some people. Now we're under a winter storm watch. Let's go to Hutch to get the very latest on this storm and how it impacts us. Hutch?
Well, as we head toward the weekend, a winter storm is going to take aim on the Dakotas and parts of southern Minnesota with some bands of heavy snow combined with some strong winds. Friday, late the day into Saturday. The highlighted counties in yellow include Fargo-Moorhead, western reaches of Otter Tail County up through the Devil's Lake Basin and the James River Valley as we go through the weekend. Here's how things pan out. As we go through Friday, late in the day, the storm system moves into the valley. There could already be some accumulations in our western counties for the drive home. Overnight, though, is when most of us will see the buildup of snow, and it'll be heavy and wet variety, ending by around midday on Saturday. Travel could be tricky through this time frame as we're expecting the snow potential with this system to be over 6 inches in the central part of the Dakotas into the southern valley. We'll keep you posted on this. The exact track and timing of the storm will play a role in those totals that you see there. For tonight, a few flakes flying out east and steady temperatures. And it does look like we'll get to enjoy slightly warmer conditions before all this stormy weather develops. I'll have details on that. And Andrea, this storm you see on the weekend is round one of a two-system weekend. We're going to have more snow on Sunday and into Monday. I'll detail that as well.
Okay, thanks, Hutch.
You bet.
Developing this evening, the suspected bomber in Texas has a connection to Minnesota. Police say 23-year-old Mark Anthony Condit was killed early this morning when he apparently detonated a bomb in his vehicle. Right now, law enforcement officers are looking for clues about what motivated him to allegedly set off a series of bombs that killed 2 and injured 5 over the past 3 weeks. Valley News Live has learned the bombing suspect has family in Minnesota, where his mother went to high school and college. Condit was described by a previous boss as very quiet and introverted and was involved in gymnastics, sources told one news outlet. He was the oldest of 4 children, and his mother once lived in St. Louis Park, Minnesota, and went to Gustavus Adolphus College in St. Peter, according to her Facebook page. Condit was homeschooled before going to Austin Community College. Police and federal authorities are now examining the home where they believe he was living in. Fire crews in Bemidji say an apartment fire appears to be accidental. Officials responded to the 1600 block of Bemidji Avenue North and found a fire in the patio area of the building yesterday morning. The flames were put out quickly and 3 people were able to get out safely. The building had some damage. Drug crimes jumped significantly in Grand Forks last year. Police just released the crime stats for 2017 and say fighting the opioid epidemic remains a top priority. Valley News Team's Ryan Laughlin has the new approach law enforcement is taking to fight the addiction issue.
Continuing to fight the opioid and related drugs crisis is forefront.
Drug crimes jumped nearly 50% from 2016 to 2017.
Generally speaking, we can look at drug crimes and drug-related crimes and say they're elevated beyond a level where we'd like to see them.
It's the biggest percentage jump in drug crimes in the last decade.
The explosion of the popularity of opioids, although it's certainly not limited just to that.
Police say there is no easy way to determine out of the 570 narcotic-related crimes, how many of them are opioid-related.
The lethality of a lot of the new compounds coming out certainly it just enhances the risk to the community.
Which is why Grand Forks law enforcement is trying something new.
We're trying to eliminate a health risk to an otherwise healthy person.
Tomorrow, the Grand Forks PD, sheriffs, and UND police will have their first ever Battle of the Badges to try and collect the most prescription medication. According to Partnership for a Drug-Free America, 61% of teenagers say it's easier to get prescription drugs versus illegal drugs, and 41% mistakenly think they're less dangerous. Besides eliminating the threat in your home, turning in pain pills could protect you from threats outside your home.
You're helping yourself by getting those medications out of your residence, so you yourself and your home don't become a target of a potential burglary or other crime to get those medications.
Tomorrow on the north end of Altru's campus from 9 to 2 p.m., cops doing what they can to slow down the rapidly growing drug problem. Grand Forks, Ryan Laughlin, Valley News Live.
You can drop off prescription medication at any take-back location any day, usually located at your local law enforcement center. As for the other crime stats in Grand Forks, rape cases were as low as they've been in the last decade. They dropped 30% from last year. Police said they were surprised property crimes like burglary and auto theft dropped more than 3%. DUI arrests dropped 30% last year, police partly attributing the decline to ride-sharing services coming to town like Uber and Lyft. Seniors or college students in North Dakota who are pursuing an education in natural resource-related fields may be eligible for a new scholarship program. The Stutsman County Wildlife Federation Arnie Swanson Conservation Scholarship Program was created to encourage young people to pursue careers in fish and wildlife management and conservation of natural resources. 2 scholarships are awarded annually, $500 each for those wanting to study that field. The deadline to submit applications is April 30th. To learn how to apply for the scholarship, head over to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. An international defense and electronics company wants to launch a crop surveying drone from the Castleton Regional Airport. The Airport Authority chairman tells KFGO the Israeli company Elbit Systems would gather crop information across the upper Midwest that would be analyzed and sold to farmers. Elbit wants to lease hangar space for the large drone it flies and install equipment it needs to fly it. The FAA requires a chase plane to provide visual supervision when the drone flies. Lease costs are still being negotiated. The company would have 9 employees based in Castleton during the months the flights are made. A new season means it's time to get your home in order, and some local experts have ideas to help get you organized. For example, instead of letting Tupperware pile up, keep the container and use shower caps for lids. Plastic bags can be stored in old Kleenex boxes to save space. In your family's front hall, closet, organize your winter shoes and summer shoes in 2 bins to easily switch between the seasons. For more ideas, go to valleynewslive.com and look for these videos on our page. And remember to like Valley News Live on Facebook. You can follow the latest news, weather, and breaking news updates anytime on your feed. Just search Valley News Live, like our page, and you'll stay informed throughout the entire day. Nearly 500,000 smoke alarms are being recalled because they could malfunction during a fire. still ahead tonight.